for now, yeah. Cause we warriors, yeah. Cause we warriors, yeah. Cause we warriors, yeah. Cause we warriors, yeah. Let's go, bless up, one time, go get it, it's yours, let's shine, come on. Yeah, let's go, bless up, one time, go get it, it's yours, let's shine, come on. Yeah, let's go, raise up, that's right, ride with it, it's yours, let's shine, come on. Yeah, cause we warriors, yeah, cause we warriors, yeah, let's go, bless up, one time, go get it, it's yours, let's shine, come on. Yeah, cause we warriors.
Every young gamer wants to become an esports professional. We make it happen. You just keep on winning.
স্বাগতম বাংলাদেশের জন্য ESPL Valorant PowerUp সিরিজ ফরম্যাটে আপনাকে জানাই স্বাগতম। এই সিরিজটি রায়ট গেমস দক্ষিণ এশিয়া সমর্থিত একটি উদ্যোগ যা বাংলাদেশের ভেতরে অপেশাদার গেমারদের প্রতিভা বজায় রাখতে এবং বৃদ্ধি করতে সহায়তা করবে। এর সুবিধার্থে PowerUp সিরিজটিতে প্রতি মাসে দুটি প্রাইজ পুল সহ দুটি টুর্নামেন্ট থাকবে। প্রতিটি মাস শুরু হবে একটি বাছাই পর্বের সাথে, যেখানে সবগুলি দল সিঙ্গল এলিমিনেশন ফরম্যাটে প্রতিযোগিতা করবে শীর্ষ 8টি দল পর্যন্ত, এবং এই 8টি দল অ্যামেচার কাপে উত্তীর্ণ হবে। এই 8টি দল ডাবল এলিমিনেশনে লড়াই করবে এবং বিজয়ী শীর্ষস্থানীয় 3টি দল আমন্ত্রিত হবে ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে প্রতিযোগিতা করবে শীর্ষস্থানীয় 3টি দল এবং আমন্ত্রিত 3টি দল। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপের সময় অপেশাদার কাপ এবং ইনভিটেশনাল কাপের শীর্ষ দুটি দল উচ্চ ব্র্যাকেটে খেলবে এবং তৃতীয় স্থানের দলগুলি একই পর্বের নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটে খেলবে। প্রথম রাউন্ডের প্রতিটি ম্যাচ হবে সিঙ্গল এলিমিনেশন ফরম্যাটে। উচ্চ ব্র্যাকেটের দুটি বিজয়ী দল তারপর ডাবল এলিমিনেশন পর্যায়ে এগিয়ে যাবে। ডাবল এলিমিনেশন পর্বে হেরে যাওয়া দলটি তখন নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটের দলের বিপক্ষে প্রতিদ্বন্দ্বিতা করবে। এই পর্যায়ে নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটের যে দলটি হারবে তাদেরকে তৃতীয় স্থান হিসেবে শিরোনাম দেওয়া। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে অংশ নেওয়া সমস্ত 6টি দল পরের মাসের অপেশাদার কাপে আবার প্রতিযোগিতা করে বেরিয়ে আসতে হবে, যার উদ্দেশ্য নতুন এবং উন্নত দলগুলিকে অপেশাদার কাপে প্রতিযোগিতার সুযোগ দেওয়া। এর দ্বারা ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে আরও অভিজ্ঞ দলের সাথে তাদের দক্ষতা পরীক্ষার চক্রটি পুনরাবৃত্তি করা হচ্ছে। আমরা অর্থাৎ ESPL কিভাবে বাংলাদেশের দলগুলি পাওয়ার আপ সিরিজে পারফর্ম করে তা দেখার অপেক্ষায় রয়েছি। আপনার স্কোয়াড প্রস্তুত করুন এবং সিরিজটি শুরু হওয়ার জন্য প্রস্তুত থাকুন। গুড লাক এজেন্টস।
And hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the ESPL Valorant PowerUp Series 6 Invitationals. We are starting off today's invitational matchup between these two big teams, Exceeli Esports versus 7R Esports in this best of 3 series across these 3 maps. I'm Kirito, joined with me is my co-caster alongside Faxer. So Faxer, we are already starting this matchup in a few seconds, so what are your feelings about this?
Picks have come in. We can see the first map being the pick of Exceeli in the form of Icebox. The second map will be Haven coming in from 7R, and the decider map being Sped. But before I get into the match, I just want to talk about ESPL. And ESPL is basically, it's a global esports network and tournament platform provider with the goal of elevating players from casual gamers to esports champions. Starting 2021 with a bang, ESPL's hope is to grow Valorant esports talent across South Asia through the PowerUp series. Visit espl.gg/Bangladesh for more tournaments like this and fun esports content. We are currently live streaming on ESPL Bangladesh Facebook and YouTube, as well as BongoBD. Now, coming into the first map of Icebox, from coming in from the side of Exceeli Esports, we have seen them play in the last invitational as well, playing Icebox, and they did put up such a strong fight against LRX Esports in this map. Missile, going for that Viper pick. He is just so versatile with it. And these changes are what makes Exceeli best team in Bangladesh right now. They know how to adapt with the meta, with the incoming metas and new agents that they feel likeable, and they know how to get into those changes and versatilities in their own team.
Definitely, and talking about metas, I really appreciate this whole Bangladeshi scene actually going into these new metas, because I've seen a lot of teams, and it's by a lot of teams I mean almost every team going for these new agents like Astra, Viper, even some cases we're seeing Skies being played. I think Mercenaries played them in one of their matches. So I love to see that some of these metas that have already been in the other regions like EU and NA that have been like converted into like such a normal state. And of course, you're playing Astra, and I actually thought seeing this that it's not gonna happen in our scene, but I'm very happy to say that I've been proved wrong. We're seeing all these big teams and even smaller teams going into these Astra metas, the Sky metas, the Viper metas, and especially Exceeli going for that Viper Astra, Viper Astra setup. I think is usually played by Fancy Nine and Hate Crew. They kind of shift around with these agents in the maps, and they are so versatile with these agents. They are so consistent, and just being self-sufficient fraggers is just a bonus for them. Being able to play those agents and actually having good coordination with your teammates. So it's like when your teammate is speaking, we're seeing the astro gravitation well in play. When your opponents walk through while you're defending, your opponents are gonna push you right now. They're gonna walk through a Viper's wall. Your teammate is gonna activate it at that exact time. So that is the level of coordination some of these teams are actually getting at. And I think considering both Exceeli and 7R Esports, especially in this first map of Icebox, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna see at least a Viper or an Astra being played from both sides. Astra, I think Astra spin was guaranteed, but the Viper, let's see what happens. But I'm pretty sure the Astra is going to be seen on the field today. So yeah, that is pretty hyping on its own. Remember, the second map is Haven, and the third map, the Decider map, will be split if the event comes to that. So I'm really hyped for this. And besides the agent pickup, Faxer, who do you think is some of the individual players to look out for from both sides, of course?
I think on that note, Fancy Nine going, for that. Recently, we have been seeing him picking up that duelist role, mainly in the form of Reina or Raze in some maps, but mostly going for that Reina, and he is just so good with it. He loves to frag out with that Reina office. On the other side, in 7R, we've got a player like Yuri who likes to, play that jet role and, pick up that op maybe. Alongside him, we've got Faisal as well, who likes to play that duelist role in the form of Raze, or maybe sometimes even Reina as well. So these two players playing off each other's frags is gonna be a key role in their success for 7R Esports. But Exceeli Esports, recently we have seen that they're going for that one duelist meta in the form of Fancy Nine. The other players are playing like hard support, as you have said. Hiriku going for that Astra. He's just so good with it. He's one of the best Astra players in the country that we have right now. And on the other side, we also got Missile with the Sova. He is just so damn good with those timing of his. And Missile also likes to play that Viper in Icebox and get those lineups in. On the other side, in 7R as well, I have seen them play Viper and just abuse those lineups of Viper coming in the post plan situations.
Definitely, and in the two of the three maps in this best of three series, I think sort of favor Exceeli a little bit. We have seen Exceeli dominate in the Icebox map, and I think they're one of the first teams to actually look into Icebox when the rest of the teams were trying to avoid this Icebox pick because it is obviously a really complicated map, and they have a lot of angles. There's a lot of mobility involved, a lot of angles vertically. A lot of vertical angles I meant to say, and a lot of teams were trying to stay off this different kind of play style where we actually have to play on a high sense and look around and stuff like that. But Exceeli sort of embraced this and actually brought it into their play style, and since then they have become such a dangerous team on Icebox. Haven as well, they are pretty decent, but Split, it's this is the real game changer. I think in some, especially Exceeli Duke, he might have been shifting from a little bit of a Sage or a Sentinel into a bit of an initiator role, and I've seen him play Breach on this map really well, and he's actually supporting his teammates. He's actually flashing through those walls from really behind. And to add to him being a really consistent fragger, a really good game sense dependent player, he is a really valuable asset in these maps. So I just want to see what he plays on the map of Icebox. I think he might go for the usual Sage, but let's see what's gonna happen. And I think we're gonna start any minute right now. But so Faxer, before we go into all the agent picks, what are your final final predictions? Who's gonna take this whole matchup?
I think Icebox should go in the favor of Exceeli Esports, but I do want to see 7R, excelling in Haven and hopefully we get to see the third map as well. Now, as I'm speaking, the agent picks are coming in, guys, and Duke and Fancy Nine going for that Killjoy. This is very surprising to me. I thought he will pick up that Reina again, but I think this time we get to see Shoestreak on the
with the
back
jet.
on the jet. Yeah, exactly. I have been missing those flashy jet plays of his so much, man. On the other side, we can see Fatal going for that raise. Yuri is gonna log that Reina, and then be going for that Sage. Now, talking about Sage and Icebox, I think it is the most important agent to play in Icebox Clash Kirito. What do you think about this?
Well, absolutely. But in this map of Icebox, sort of one of the main or most highlighted abilities of Sage is the revive, right? But in this map, the value actually shifts from the revive to the wall. And you can use the wall in so many ways for actually in attacking. You can go into the plant by putting the wall up, and in defending, you can put up a wall early on in the tube area to deny entry, and that basically making mid a no man's land for the attackers. You cannot enter that side. You will be sniped from the mid ramps area, and obviously in defense, the post plant scenarios when your opponents have planted the bomb, you need to go for the defuse, and they'll obviously plant in really open spaces. So you're gonna want that sage wall for that additional cover, and your opponents not only have to break through the wall to get to you, they're gonna have to sort of use their utility and waste a lot of valuable time to get to you. And yeah, that's a really big. I think that's a really big value out of those sage walls. So that's gonna definitely bring a lot of importance for the utility play for 7R Deadly and Exceeli Duke as well. So we're gonna be moving on to the first round in a few seconds. We already see a sky pick coming out from Zephyr. Thought he might go for the jet, but we'll be seeing the duelist roles being played by Faisal and Yuri this day in this map. Immediately the Viper Wall and Poison Pit are gonna be used up from the side of Exceeli. It is Sorry, not Exceeli, my bad. Velcro. They're not playing a Viper today, which is actually really interesting as well. I thought Exceeli might go for the Viper. And immediately the first frag is gonna go down from 7R. Faisal, Exceeli Shoestreak is gonna fall to the Ghost, and the entry is slowly being denied. Faisal is still holding in with that boombot. Some additional info is gathered. He's gonna go for a second pick, another frag onto Hate Crew. We're gonna see him on a 2K. He's gonna get a 3K as well. Zephyr gets one sneaky peek onto Fancy 9. There was a trade in the middle of that. Yuri got taken out. It is all on Text Accuracy. He spots Velcro. He's gonna take him out, and Faisal as well, making the odds a little bit more in his favor. 2v1 scenario. He has to hit these shots. The bomb is right in front of him, but Zephyr with the sky, he's gonna send a flash in for information, but they think he's rotated. The flash not giving any information. They are gonna back off towards A. We see Deadly willing to stay in this side, but it's all gonna be on timing. If they hear this bomb plant, and which they will, accuracy actually spotting Zephyr.
No way he does this, man. It was a 1v1 before,
yeah,
right?
it was a 1v4. Now it's a 1v1, but he is 70 HP against a full HP Deadly on the Sage. He will spot him, does some damage, but oh no, Deadly missing all his shot. He's gonna play this so safe, going for that heal. He is getting spotted, both of them missing shots. This is gonna be to the wire. 6 seconds left. He just needs to play time, and the time has run out. He will be... No way! He's gonna land the dead shot. 1v4 for Accuracy. Deadly, all you have to do was stay alive, and he's gonna fail at that task. We're gonna see the first round going in favor of Exceeli, and what a way to start it off with a clutch. The economic advantage immediately in favor of Exceeli, and they're gonna be able to go for those Spectres. Already 7R 80 disadvantage.
Messi coming in big with that clutch in the first round, and that's such a confidence boost for his teammates. On the other side, 7R is probably down on the con side right now, as well as the moral side as well. They just got 1v4 by Exceeli. The buy is gonna come in on the other side. You see H picking up that ghost for some reason, but nonetheless, Yuri getting the second time onto Shoestreak, and then Duke is gonna trade it out onto Deadly. It's a 4v2 situation in favor of Exceeli right now. Yuri looking for another one is gonna get taken down by Exceeli.
Last player standing.
Make that a 4v1 as Duke picks up one for himself on the fire. The only curly remaining alive, Velcro, is gonna get taken down. Fancy 9 coming in from Fancy 9, coming out from Exceeli, and they kind of like forced into A, and Fancy just holding that flank ended the round for themselves. And we do see the buy coming out from 7R Esports right now. On the other side, Exceeli are gonna have to opt for that bonus round, playing it very smart for the economy. Exceeli though does have the money to go for that Vandal. On the other side, every one of his teammates are gonna go for the Spectres, and Duke is going for that Sheriff office.
Well, Duke, I think, was one player who died for Exceeli, denying the flawless round. And I think it was Yuri who took that frag, and he was really close in taking another frag. Getting that second frag could have been a really big game changer for that round, maybe a possible eco. But we're going to begin this third round. Delhi with the first frag onto Shoestreak. He's going to barely survive, getting out with his life. He was on 69 HP. He's going to heal himself up. But all of his utilities have been used up. There is no wall available for the side of 7R. Zephyr with one more frag on Fancy 9 in mid. He was trying to lurk around. I think they were aware of this play that Fancy 9 usually does. But that absence of the wall is still there. Duke, he's gonna peek while the flash is gonna come in. Deadly somehow still alive. Duke's not gonna connect those shots. Yuri with the frag onto 8 group. Duke will get another one onto Deadly and a follow-up on Yuri. We're gonna see a 3v2 scenario. He can go for the bomb plant. We're gonna see the Omen ultimate available for Execuracy. He can go to the side of B if he wants. We're gonna see the Sky utilities being used to give the position of Execuracy away. I think he's trying to flash as well, Zephyr, but the flashes won't be going through. The second one will. Duke is gonna be holding a cross angle there. Gets a triple kill onto Zephyr. It is a 2v2 scenario. He's gonna get a 4K. Basil does get Execuracy though. He's on for the ace, Duke, and he almost got it. Velcro's gonna deny him the ace and the clutch round. That would have been something indeed if both of Exceeli's wins would have been clutches and multi-frags from the side from their support players. But we are gonna see 7R taking the lead with a 1-2 scoreline. But keep in mind, legitimate, that was a bonus round for the set of Exceeli. They have those full rifles in now, and we're gonna see 7R actually not have all rifle lineup. They're gonna have 3 Vandals, but Zephyr and FaZe are gonna have a Spectre and a Shotgun respectively. So this is gonna be a little bit at their disadvantage, but let's see how this turns out.
Duke almost coming up big for his team, but again, you know, Velcro just getting the better of him. I can see that Broom coming out from Hate Crew. Hate Crew picking that Sova is new for me. Not gonna lie, I do see Missile going for that Sova most often for Exceeli. Esports Deadly just trying to get some info onto A main. It's gonna spot off one player though. The Long is gonna come out from Velcro to deny any entry onto A main. Shoestreaks though does have a nice angle onto the players. 7R Esports. We are now at a standstill as Duke is trying to entry for his stream instead of Shoestreak right here. Duke getting that nice angle onto Deadly might just catch him off guard, but Yuri is gonna take him down. The first strike on the board, taking the second one as well. Deadly with the follow-up on the 8 crew is gonna get taken down, and Excellency is gonna get the trade. It's a 4v2 situation in favor of 7R right now, playing so beautifully. Fancy getting that dink onto the fire is gonna get through so much damage, but the heal is gonna come in from Deadly to get him back
30
up
seconds
in
left.
the game. Excellency trying to find any pick whatsoever into this A main position, but the spike is down. Exceeli Esports
Last
has
player
nothing much to
standing.
do here, as Yuri will get the third for himself, and it's all up to Fancy 9 right now in a 1v4 situation, trying to make something of this, but with the remaining time, I don't think there's
10
much he can
seconds
do,
left.
as he will have to go for that save.
Well, a good attempt coming out from both sides, but Fancy 9 doing the wise choice, going for that save. He might get taken out if Zephyr gets a little bit aggressive here, or the complete opposite might happen. He might get another frag. The bot will give away his position, and Zephyr wisely falling back, but he wasn't able to actually pick up a gun, which I think that should have been one of his priorities. But nonetheless, he was holding patiently. I think if he gets fragged with the Spectres, who am I to actually judge him or say anything about that? But so far, we're going to see a 2-2 scoreline coming in from both sides. 7R with a comeback, winning 2 rounds in a row. That's definitely going to affect their momentum quite a bit. We're going to see Exceeli with a bit of a save, but Fancy 9 is going to actually go for the Vandal. And still, he does have more money, even after that buy, compared to his teammates who are all on Sheriffs and half armor. We're going to see, oh, Faisal with the Raise ultimate. That is a big brain strategy. He knows they're saving, so he's just going to go in for the frag. Shot darts are going to come in from Hate Crew. None of them are going to connect, but Yuri through the Viper. I'm not even sure if he actually saw him, but he's gonna get a second frag on the shoot streak. The duelist is coming out of him right now. He's gonna push in with 70 HP. So will Faisal. Satchel in behind him. Duke in a tough position. He's gonna get taken up by Faisal. And it is a 1v5 scenario for Exceeli. Will he be able to do something with a Sheriff? 6 bullets, 5 targets. He only has the chance to miss once. He'll connect one though. Maybe one more. No, Zephyr's gonna deny him that, and he's gonna pick up a Vandal as well. So not much value coming out from that Sheriff or that save in the end, but obviously Exceeli now have money to go for the full buy. Yuri going for an operator pick, maybe? You want to do it, Yuri. If you want to do it, just go for it, and he will be doing it. So another big investment coming out from 7R. Keep in mind, the lead is not that wide. It's only a 3-2 scoreline. Exceeli just needs some momentum to actually get into this map, and maybe some time to actually adjust to the playstyle of 7R. So match is far from over as we are moving on into the 6th round.
This round is truly what matters for Exceeli. Their economy is not looking strong. Yuri going super aggressive on the 8. Gonna miss a shot though. And on the other side in mid is gonna be able to take down the fire, turning it into a 5v4 situation in favor of his team. Fancy going into this tube. I don't think Faisal might just catch him off guard if the timing is right. Faisal holding in passive angle onto the kitchen. On the other side, Velcro under so much pressure is gonna get taken down by Shoot Freak. Faisal at last getting that frag onto Fancy 9 is gonna somehow make it a 4v3 situation. Still in favor of Exceeli Esports. The fight is gonna go down from Duke, and he will.
Oh, is he alive?
Almost got taken down by Faisal, but Faisal in the end will not be able to take him down. Still a 4v2 situation, trying to retake the side. 7R Esports. Faisal going super aggressive with the Satchel. Is gonna get taken down by Shoot Streak. A nice double kick coming out from Duke and the man himself.
One enemy remaining.
As Yuri is gonna fall to hit through as well.
Can't
Shoot
res
Streak
yourself?
cleaning it up for his team, taking down Deadly. And the scoreline is 3-3. This is the round that they needed. Kirito, their economy is now gaining a little bit of stability. On the other side, we do see 7R also does have the money to go for those full buys, and maybe even in the next round they can go for the full buys, even if they lose this round. Kirito.
The economy battle will start now as both sides are going to go for the full buys. I think the round actually would have gone in favor of 7R, but Zephyr dying early on caused Faisal to actually move out of the B side and try to hold that mid on his own, because the mid was completely empty, and for good reason as well. Fancy was actually pushing through kitchen, but leaving Velcro alone, he got absolutely stampeded by all those Exceeli players. But this time the push isn't towards B, it is towards the A side, and Fancy, wow, he's really aggressive, going to be using the lockdown for his attacking side, for the side of Exceeli. The Sage Wall already early being used for the side of 7R. They're gonna have to fall back. We're gonna see the Sky Ultimate. Deadly is gonna stay back long enough to take care of Fancy, and in the nick of time as well, he's gonna be able to stay alive out of that lockdown. But the retake is still on for the side of Exceeli. Yuri's gonna rush in with the Empress, but not connecting the shot on Shoot Freak. The superior aim duo will be coming in, and Fancy is gonna get a revive from Duke as well. Deadly with another frag. A triple kill onto Duke as well. You cannot revive while this man is still has a Vandal on his hand. He's gonna get 4K as well. Will he get an ace? But it is still a 2v4 scenario. We see the flashes coming in, the lack of a wall, lack of cover. But Deadly's gonna get an ace. Exceeli with the frag on to Velcro. Can he get a 6K? And they're rushing in the hit group. 1v2 scenario. We're gonna see, Zephyr's gonna take the fight and win. But this ace will be going to Deadly though. Since there was a revive, there were 6 players. And Fancy is in the wrong chat, asking something I do not know the answer to. Faisal will be giving the answer regardless, but we're gonna see a 4-3 scoreline, a really close round coming in. Deadly Big playing the hero for his team, playing the Sage as well, getting an ace. Zephyr will get the 6th kill with the follow-up after the revive from Duke. A good attempt from Exceeli, but the round will go for the side of 7R as we are moving on to the next round. 4-3 scoreline.
This battle Sage playstyle coming in from Deadly is being so good for 7R Esports, as they will take the last round. And 7R going super aggressive on the beam-in as well, getting the wall down. Duke is gonna break it down though, but he's holding this aggressive angle. They are so much aggressive. And this round as well, 7R, they do know they're on the ego, never mind, they're on the force right now, and if they do break this round, it's gonna be so much damaging to the money for Exceeli Esports. As I'm saying this, Frazel will get taken down by Hate Group onto B main, as he will get punished for his super aggressiveness. Actually, just playing for some info, trying to get any pick whatsoever. Once they make it a 5v3, maybe going for a execute. We do see Shoe Streaks and Exceeli trying to clear those angles onto A main, as they will get in without any obstacle or whatsoever. The fake
there.
has been. What? Seminar is gonna take it.
How?
Duke is gonna get the plan down. Seminar, what are you doing?
Spike
They
planted.
didn't do anything onto B main for you to take the fake, but nonetheless, it's another retake situation for Seminar right now. But this time, it's a 4v5 situation, not in favor of them. They do have the revive though, coming in from Deadly. Yuri will take the first strike onto Duke. Zephyr with one onto Fade Crew, and turning into a 4v3. The run is gonna come in, the trade is gonna be happening. Exceeli picking up one for himself onto
player
Yuri.
standing.
Exceeli with the second one.
Last
Healthy
player
with the
standing.
alert. He's gonna take down one, and Exceeli cleaning it up for his team, taking down Velcro, coming up big and making it a 4-4 scoreline.
That run almost went in favor of 7R, and I mean, I have to say, what did Exceeli do in the B side to actually allow 7R to completely remove all players from A side? They were almost near Kitchen, near Snowman, and they left A completely alone. I'm not sure what happened there. There was no Killjoy utility, nothing. But we will be seeing the round going to Exceeli. 4-4 the scoreline. A really close line though. 7R, despite having all those players out of sight, it was a really decent retake. 1v1 scenario, but lost by the side. Oh my god.
Okay.
Lost from Velcro, but we're gonna see Yuri getting a frag. So much damage being done, that utility combined by Raze and Viper. I didn't even realize that's a viable combination. But Fancy, he's on the lurk. It is a 4v5 scenario, sorry. And a lot of damage being done onto Hate Crew. He's barely alive. We're gonna see a push coming in. Shoespeed gets one frag a second. Fancy with one of his own Deadly. He's gonna get a trade and a double kill. 2v2 scenario. Zephyr's gonna go to the Sheriff, but the flank coming in from Fancy, this could be huge. They don't realize it, do they? They do, and Fancy's gonna be unable to push right now. They have control of the bomb. It is relatively close to them. Fancy using all of his utility to try
remaining.
and stop this push. The wall will be put up by Deadly. That will allow him some cover, but Deadly, he's only got a Sheriff. And the Killjoy Swarmies are coming in. He's so low in HP. The wall is still somehow standing. They have only 40 HP. The bomb will be picked up by Exceeli, allowing them to go to that open A side. We'll be seeing Zephyr picking up a Spectre. He will go advance to the Phantom as well. He does have the dog used for recon, but oh, Fancy with a nice crosshair placement onto the head. I think he wanted to play the postman scenario, placing the bot onto mid, but he didn't have to. He heard the noise that he was coming in through mid and just locked onto the head. A really impressive round, and Exceeli again taking the lead. 4-5 the scoreline. These rounds are coming right down to the air, and it's a good attempt. That aggressive play was really good, but the multi-frag coming in from Shoestreak, Duke also getting one before dying. You need to play on those trades, allowing you to have that gun advantage and have that man advantage as well as we're going into the next round. 4-5 the scoreline. It's going to be big for either team.
I know that Seminar is winning those gunfights, but they do have to acknowledge that tube, mid-tube push
Hey.
coming in from Fancy 9 every round, and Freak, what is that? Something. He's gonna take down Hazel, making it a 5v4 situation in favor of Exceeli right now. Yuri pushing up
You should
super
run.
aggressive onto mid. Might catch Duke.
Might
hard though. Oh, he's gonna miss a shot as Duke is gonna take him down. The Killjoy comes in, but it's a fake, and I think Seminar just know this because Duke did give away his position onto mid as he was rotating. Seminar does know about this as the rotations will come in, but it's still a 3v5 situation and they will go for that retake once again. But Duke is gonna fall back due to that flash, and the plan is not gonna go down, although it is gonna go down right about now as Hayden is gonna be the one doing it. Exceeli Esports are playing it very safe in a post-plan situation. Definitely though, holding that angle into yellow might catch someone. Get the first, he should take that Seminar needs right now. That his team is that up. He does get that pick.
Okay, Shoestreak.
For his team is gonna pick up that 3k for himself. Zephyr in a crossfire situation cannot do anything, and he will get taken down by Shoestreak as he will get his 4k and the 6th round on the board for Exceeli Esports.
Like security was on the flank as well from B main to mid, so I mean, I'm pretty sure 7R were not aware of that flank. So it was either way a really good setup from the side of Exceeli, and I have to say 7R on this defensive half, they cannot lose their first player. They cannot be on the losing side of the first frag because they need all five of their players to actually hold each of the sides. We have a player mid, we have a couple in B main, we have a couple in A. So you can't go in for these early aggressive peaks like Faisal did, but at least go in with getting a frag. We see this nice setup though coming down from the side of Fancy 9. The bot there will actually give away the position of anyone trying to peek, but this time a push coming in towards kitchen. This time they're not stopping. This time not the Exceeli are not gonna get scared from the Sky utility coming out from 7R. We're gonna see Shoestreak pushing into kitchen. He has teammates alongside him. First frag though falling. Fancy 9 gets the taken down by Faisal. 45 scenario. Revive still available for Deadly, but not for Duke. So they're gonna have to play the 4v5 for the rest of the round. The bomb plant will go down in B though, in a really interesting position. Shoestreak still in kitchen, Exceeli with a trade-off onto Zephyr. Faisal coming in from B main. I'm pretty sure they are aware of this. Duke is holding that angle. He will get a headshot. Faisal, Hate Crew, and Exceeli will clap back with two of their own 2v3 scenario. Marshall from the side of Velcro won't connect, and Exceeli finishing off the final frag onto Faisal. 4-7 the scoreline as we're moving into the last round before the side switch.
Last round
and
in the half.
I mean, that was a save coming out of 7R. They did get a couple of frags. I think a few more would be suitable for them, considering it wasn't eco, but they will still be able to go into this last round with a full buy, and they need to get as many rounds as possible. Because Exceeli on defense, despite not having a Viper in their lineup, I think Fancy 9 and Duke, the Sentinel duo will be actually really dangerous on defense. So they need to get this round to have as much advantage as they can going into the side switch.
7R getting this round is gonna be so tough for them. They do have that double duelist and the Sky. A Shoestreak will get the first tag onto Faisal. Faisal every time he gets taken out on this angle, and he is not
Calling my ball.
learning from this or even adapting from this. Shoestreak is doing super aggressive. He's gonna be punished by Yuri and making it a 4v3 situation in favor of still Exceeli. Fancy though onto yellow, doesn't really know about this. He's gonna pop his turret off. He was gonna probably hear that. On the other side, Deadly holding this and
Hey, Exceeli, what are you doing?
what? Some precise gunplay
Spike
coming
planted.
from Exceeli is gonna take down Deadly, and what was that? Exceeli.
An absolute ninja.
In favor of Exceeli, and Sevenar does have to retake the side. They're fighting the train onto Exceeli at last. Take him down. Fancy going super. This is gonna finish it up for his team, making it an 8-4 scoreline in favor of Exceeli.
Switching sides.
Half and stand. And 7R maybe going for a comeback. They do have two duelists in Sky, as I was talking about. You know, they can just go super aggressive with that Raze and Reyna combo along with those Sky flashes. That is going to be huge for them. And if they can get the bomb plant down, Viper can play a crucial role with those lineups coming in from her.
Definitely, but I think one of the crucial points for 7R that round were obviously Faisal dying out in those early moments of every round. He was a really valuable player, and he's a really good fragger, but in those certain scenarios, he really can't do much because Exceeli, they have such insane gunplay, such accurate gunplay, as we saw Exceeli demonstrating last round with that jumping frag. And also, once Faisal is out of the equation, Velcro alone in that side, he just can't get a frag before dying. There is no trade available for him. So alone, he's just outnumbered, outmaneuvered. We're going to see the side being taken by Yuri. He's going to get the first frag on Exceeli. The side is pretty much open. The rotation is already here from the side of Exceeli. They're going to try and play this post plan. Utility will deny them any chance at stopping this bomb plant. The spike will be going down. Some shot guards are going to come in from the side of 8 crew. None of them will be finding their targets though. And oh, but that one will be deadly. He's severely tagged. That was really well placed coming down from Hate Crew. Yuri's gonna get another frag on the Fancy Knight. Pistol round is slowly coming to this mid point over here. Yuri's gonna get a triple kill, taking down Duke. Hate Crew with 2 his own, taking out Velcro and Yuri. Face is gonna get taken out by taking out Hate Crew. The trades are coming in, and the trade winner is in the end 7R. We do see a lot of frags coming in from Yuri. Hate Crew trying to change the game with 2 of his own, but that is, that just wasn't enough against the rest of the 7R players swarming around him and getting those final kills. We're gonna see 8-5 scoreline, immediately the economic advantage going towards 7R. They are going for the Spectres, but Exceeli, they are going for a force buy.
Force, yeah.
Yeah, and this could be either really good or really bad, because obviously if you go for a force buy the next round, you're gonna have to save, definitely have to save. But if you do win this, you'll have the better weapons in the next round as well, because then 7R are gonna be forced to the save. We do see Fancy 9 still sticking with the frenzy as the push is coming into this A side. Shoespeak holding this tight angle. You get a frag onto Yuri. A second, maybe no, but Execution is gonna get the trade. He's gonna take it out by the nade of Faisal. Velcro with a follow-up onto Hate 3v3 scenario. Early flank coming in from Duke. That was super fast. How is he here already? The kill bot is there. He's trying to get one. He will get one more Velcro. He's gonna pull up the classic. Get a frag onto Duke, but he's low HP. Execution from behind. And the force by coming in from Exceeli will work in their favor. 9-5 the scoreline, and Exceeli just putting salt in the wound in the end. Not much that Velcro could actually do with the classic and low HP against two players, but we do see Exceeli asserting their dominance in a 9-5 scoreline, and right now the economy is on their side.
This is vintage Exceeli. There's a reason that they're the 5-time champions of this Invitational Cup. This is the reason they're unpredictable. You do not know what they're gonna do, what they have up their sleeves. You do not know what's coming for you. You know, getting these eco rounds is just so good for the money as well as the moral boost as well. Velcro in the first one on two. Escoriz is gonna take him down with that Sheriff tap. Hate Crew getting some info onto mid, but Yuri and his men are looking to execute this mid session right now. Faisal getting some info onto Fancy 9 is gonna spot him out. Fancy though with the reload coming in, he's gonna have to fall back due to the nade coming in from Faisal. Yuri ready with the leers with his team is gonna execute onto AF. Hate Crew is holding this cheeky angle and is gonna get taken down as the shot. He'll go coming in straight for his team with the Sheriff getting two of them. Yuri is gonna snap back
Here.
to Fancy 9, and it's all up to Duke and Shoot Streak right now with the Sheriff and a Marshall. They have no shield remaining. On the other side, Yuri and Velcro does
One
have a
enemy
Spectre.
remaining.
And Sheriff as Yuri is gonna get the first frag on Shoot Streak, making it a 2v1 situation in favor of 7R Esports right now. And Duke
30 seconds left.
with the Sheriff. Let's switch out to that frenzy. Might take down Yuri right here. Only 96 HP left. Does have no shield. Velcro with that jumping shot is not gonna connect, but on the other side, Yuri is gonna finish it up. Some PM coming in from him onto Duke. Taking that round for himself and getting a 4K is gonna take the 6th round on the board for 7R Esports.
This match is coming to such an intense scenario. We're going to see a 6-9 scoreline, and coming in favor of the side of Exceeli. And so they are in a better state economy-wise relatively. We do see rifles coming out from both sides. As a pause comes in, a technical issue, I think, from the side of 7R, but they will be having still a lot of work to do to catch up to Exceeli. They are still 3 rounds behind, and I think they should just conserve their economy and play a bit passively, because the situation is sort of, this aggression sometimes gets out of hand, and they kind of overextend into certain scenarios where Exceeli actually pick them off. And even a loss of a single player right now is really dangerous for the side of 7R. At least getting a trade in before dying should be their minimum requirement in every round, because Exceeli, obviously, each of their players have that potential for a multi-frag, and on the other side, 7R are sometimes unable to even get those trades. So definitely trading should be one of their big, very important aspects that they should work on, and also having those utilities available for each player to stay alive. We're seeing that Sky Flash coming in for the retakes or for the side pushes, the wall from Deadly and the slow orbs to deny any kind of resistance while the bomb plant is going to go down. Faisal pushing those players away with his nade and getting some damage done as well. Every single utility from each player has a very important role. So I think they should try and focus on keeping each of their members as alive as long as possible, or even after dying, try and get a trade in so that you still have some man advantage or man equality against the side of Exceeli, because Exili obviously they are playing really assertively, they're playing really dominantly, and aggression is definitely a part of their play style. But obviously they have the same level of utility usage as a really well-rounded team, and that utility usage combined with their really accurate gunplay is a force to be reckoned with. And I think 7R already know that, and I think they probably also understand that how valuable each of their own utility is against this team. So hopefully that's something they'll work on. But we are already in a technical issue. I think some of the players from 7 are facing some ping issues. So we're going into a short break until the issue is resolved, and we will be back right in a short bit. And ladies and gentlemen, we are back to this matchup between the side of Exceeli and 7R Esports. We're going into this next round. 6-9 is a scoreline in favor of Exceeli. Exceeli in the defensive half, looking really dominant. Although 2 rounds in quick succession are won from the side of 7R, and they have the economic advantage right now. 7R, Exceeli is still barely alive. Although 7R not in the best state themselves either. The economy is going to be really important this round. Into with a frag created out by Delhi before scenario revive available. Shotgun is gonna come in from Hitku, not actually connecting for the bomb, and we're gonna see the bomb safely being planted. Duke with another frag on Yuri. A revive is still available for the side of 7R. Do they want to go for it? But that will definitely initiate the push from the side of Exceeli. But so far flashes are coming in. Fancy is gonna push through. He's gonna take down a blind Deadly. Zephyr taking down Execucy, but Fancy with the second frag onto Zephyr. 1v3 scenario. We're gonna see the bot being destroyed. Velcro will get a frag onto Fancy. He's a Spectre in hand. 41 HP. The defuse is being stuck from the Duke, and he's trying to go for the frag, but Hate Crew is providing cover for his teammate. With 23 HP alive, he will win the gunfight and giving the 10th round to his team. 6-10 scoreline. This is the first round that Exceeli actually won by defusing the bomb. The rest of the rounds were won by them by actually eliminating every single member of 7R before the round ended. So that's another sign of how aggressive sometimes Exceeli play, and 7R still not playing on those man advantages or utility advantages that I really want to see. They are losing a lot of players left and right, which is one of the big voids in their strategy, which I think they should fix as soon as they can, as we're moving on to this 17th round.
Seminar, they should really play for those both planned lineups coming in from Velcro. I have no idea why they're not using it. And even in the last round, Velcro was still alive. He should have used those lineups, and he will get taken down as the first frag for Fruit Freak is in the comment in favor of his Esports. You getting aggressive onto him mid. It's gonna get flashed and has to fall back right now. Smoke is gonna come in
Caution here.
from Exceeli to help him reposition. Pansy though, holding this angle onto yellow with the bulldog and his turret. He's gonna peek probably on his on his turret's contact. Faisal on the other side is waiting patiently for any pick whatsoever. He does hear the turret being deployed, and he knows that if he will get taken down, and he will get taken down anyways. Pansy going aggressive and taking him down. 2-3 on the other side will get the kill onto Yuri, making it a 5v2 situation.
One enemy
While
remaining.
Zephyr is being pinned down by Exceeli, the only member alive. Deadly gets the first frag.
30 seconds left.
Does have the revive, but I don't think in a 1v4 situation you do want to use it. Taking the info, and Truth Freak is cleaning it up for his team. And Exceeli will get the 11th round on the board. Zephyr now does have the buy for this round. This is their do or die round, I would say, though, because if they lose this round, they have no money for the next round. Next round is the match point if they do lose this round.
Well, definitely a big round coming in for both sides, and obviously Exceeli just one round behind that match point advantage is a little bit favoring towards them, and Exceeli already have a better economy. 7 are still somehow alive, going for a full buy, but if they lose this round, they're gonna have to play the next round, the round for match point for Exceeli on eco weapons, and that you should try to avoid at all costs. We do see them trying to take this B main, just giving some shoulder picks, but obviously we see that operator from Shook Freak, he's still holding patiently, not trying to give away that the operator is present, but Faisal's gonna bait that shot out and trying to push into this B main. He's still missing those shots. Shook Freak's not able to connect after 2 shots, successfully back off as we see more aggression being shifted towards the side of A this time from the side of 7R. And who is he holding interesting angles? Those shock darts coming right next to him. I think he's spotted out by Velcro though, but he's gonna get a frag despite being blinded and everything. Yuri gets a trade off onto H2 4v4 scenario. Revive available for high security. No, listen, he's gonna get a shot from behind by Z. He's gonna go over as the plant all the way
Spike planted.
Duke with front of face and a counter 5 trying to pay down by Duke, but he's only 27 HP, has to fall back. He's trying to stay alive. We're gonna see the ultimate from Raze being used. Faisal not connecting the shot, but right now Killjoy ultimate coming down from the side of Fancy 9. We're gonna see the lockdown pushing these attacking players out of the side. We're gonna revive from Duke. I mean, 7 are doing all they can to stay alive. Deadly with the frag on a Shoot Freak 3v3 scenario. We're gonna see another ultimate from Tova coming down from Hateku. We're gonna see Duke get taken out. The bomb plan has been denied. 1v2 scenario. Hateku 100 HP. He's got one shock dart to work with. He's gonna tap the bomb and try and get the defuse. But Zephyr lurking from the other side is gonna get the frag, and they're gonna fight to stay alive. 7-11 the score. They're gonna pick up the operator as well. So I mean, 7 are an impressive clutch coming out, but they're not out of the woods yet. They are still really far behind Exceeli round count wise. Economy is on its way to be on a really suitable state, but we still see them fighting to actually find those guns in their economy. Exceeli on the other side, I don't think their momentum has wavered much, but the economy has definitely been affected as they're having to make some decisions while going for the buys on this next round. 7-11 the scoreline in favor of Exceeli.
It's a was a do or die situation for them, Seminar, and they did go in and pick up that round for themselves. But momentum's kind of shifting in their favor right now, as well as the money for their guns. So, going for that classic, he's gonna pop that ult off, getting all five of his knives. The wolf is the wolf is gonna come in from the fire, getting some info on the other side. Choosefree getting the first frag onto Faisal is gonna turn him down onto the demon. We even saw this in the other half as well. Faisal just getting shut off by Choosefree in that B main. Velcro destroying the dart, denying any info to Exceeli, but hey, through with that white swing is gonna take down Velcro anyway, then turning it into a 5v3 situation in favor of Exceeli right now. Do make it a 5v2. Got a headshot coming in from him. Only deadly.
One enemy
The fire
remaining.
now alive from the
Spike
side of
down
7R
A.
Esports. You taking down
Here.
Bentley as well. Fire the only member alive.
30
in one
seconds left.
situation. Does have two flashes and a vandal, and the full shield as well. But X2 Ressy's brilliant aim is gonna take him down, and Exceeli getting to match point
Match point.
is looking strong, is looking fierce. On the other side, 7R, they do not have the money to go for a full buy right now. They have to force it out with Spectres, maybe even Frenzies in the form of Deathly. Velcro going for that Frenzy as well. It's all breaking apart for 7R Esports right now.
Definitely, the things could have been better. They are still somehow able to get some rifles in, but match point, you don't want to see your players playing Frenzy. That's all I want to say. And they have made some questionable decisions which actually resulted them to actually be in this situation. We're going to see heavy A presence from them. A good shot coming down from Hateful, not really going to connect. He's going to try and land some shots in, do some damage. He will be taking some bullets in, but he's still gonna stay alive longer as the positions of these players make the yard. Covered execution, trying to TP away. Hateful will find the frag though. Exceeli will be traded out. Hateful with the second frag before dying. We see the Viper ultimate being used up. Hateful trying to shotgun his way inside the site. But he's gonna fail and actually tag himself, but he will get a spray down onto Zeeper. Triple kill for him. He's down for his aim. Duke making his presence known on the flank. I think he knows where the bomb is. He's really tempted to go into his Viper's pit. He's gonna hold his horses for now. He's gonna
Spike
move
is here.
in. Recon is
Here.
also there. He's gonna get it outside as well. He knows where the spike is now, as he's seen while walking in. He's gonna put a wall in front of it. That's gonna really cause problems for the players of 7R to reach that spike. Basil running around. He sees Duke on top of it. He's gonna get the frag, but Hateful's gonna get another one. He's on for an ace, but Fancy's gonna say no. I'm
Defenders
gonna finish
win.
it out. The first map going in favor of Exceeli, a 7-13 scoreline. Really close match coming out of 7R, but all as I'm saying, they weren't playing off those trades. They needed to get at least 5 people alive at least 4 people alive until the bomb plant went down, and losing those early gunfights in the start of the round is not going to help them out anyway. So Exceeli, and obviously Exceeli combined with the great utility switch, great chemistry within the team, and great fragging capabilities as well, a big factor for their victory. So obviously Exceeli's map pick being Icebox, they had an advantage going in, and we also kind of expected them to come out with a bit of a win. It was closer than we thought, but they came out with the victory nonetheless. But going into the next map of Haven, I think this is where 7R should clap back with maybe a 1 duelist lineup. So let's see what happens. Faxer, what are your thoughts on the map?
I did predict that Exceeli getting the first map, but I do hope that 7R will be able to climb back on their shoulders and get the win for themselves into Haven, taking us into split. But we'll have to wait for that for now as we move into Haven.
Every young gamer wants to become an esports professional. We make it happen. You just keep on winning.
স্বাগতম বাংলাদেশের জন্য ESPL Valorant PowerUp সিরিজ ফরম্যাটে আপনাকে জানাই স্বাগতম। এই সিরিজটি রায়ট গেমস দক্ষিণ এশিয়া সমর্থিত একটি উদ্যোগ, যা বাংলাদেশের ভেতরে অপেশাদার গেমারদের প্রতিভা বজায় রাখতে এবং বৃদ্ধি করতে সহায়তা করবে। এর সুবিধার্থে পাওয়ার আপ সিরিজটিতে প্রতি মাসে 2টি প্রাইজ পুল সহ 2টি টুর্নামেন্ট থাকবে। প্রতিটি মাস শুরু হবে একটি বাছাই পর্বের সাথে, যেখানে সবগুলি দল সিঙ্গল এলিমিনেশন ফরম্যাটে প্রতিযোগিতা করবে শীর্ষ 8টি দল পর্যন্ত, এবং এই 8টি দল অ্যামেচার কাপে উত্তীর্ণ হবে। এই 8টি দল ডাবল এলিমিনেশনে লড়াই করবে এবং বিজয়ী শীর্ষস্থানীয় 3টি দল আমন্ত্রিত হবে ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে প্রতিযোগিতা করবে শীর্ষস্থানীয় 3টি দল এবং আমন্ত্রিত 3টি দল। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপের সময় অপেশাদার কাপ এবং ইনভিটেশনাল কাপের শীর্ষ দুটি দল উচ্চ ব্র্যাকেটে খেলবে এবং তৃতীয় স্থানের দলগুলি একই পর্বের নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটে খেলবে। প্রথম রাউন্ডের প্রতিটি ম্যাচ হবে সিঙ্গল এলিমিনেশন ফরম্যাটে। উচ্চ ব্র্যাকেটের দুটি বিজয়ী দল তারপর ডাবল এলিমিনেশন পর্যায়ে এগিয়ে যাবে। ডাবল এলিমিনেশন পর্বে হেরে যাওয়া দলটি তখন নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটের দলের বিপক্ষে প্রতিদ্বন্দ্বিতা করবে। এই পর্যায়ে নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটের যে দলটি হারবে তাদেরকে তৃতীয় স্থান হিসেবে শিরোনাম দেওয়া। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে অংশ নেওয়া সমস্ত 6টি দল পরের মাসের অপেশাদার কাপে আবার প্রতিযোগিতা করে বেরিয়ে আসতে হবে, যার উদ্দেশ্য নতুন এবং উন্নত দলগুলিকে অপেশাদার কাপে প্রতিযোগিতার সুযোগ দেওয়া। এর দ্বারা ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে আরও অভিজ্ঞ দলের সাথে তাদের দক্ষতা পরীক্ষার চক্রটি পুনরাবৃত্তি করা হচ্ছে। আমরা অর্থাৎ ESPL কিভাবে বাংলাদেশের দলগুলি পাওয়ার আপ সিরিজে পারফর্ম করে তা দেখার অপেক্ষায় রয়েছি। আপনার স্কোয়াড প্রস্তুত করুন এবং সিরিজটি শুরু হওয়ার জন্য প্রস্তুত থাকুন। গুড লাক এজেন্টস।
Every young gamer wants to become an esports professional. We make it happen. You just keep on winning.
স্বাগতম। বাংলাদেশের জন্য ESPL Valorant PowerUp সিরিজ ফরম্যাটে আপনাকে জানাই স্বাগতম। এই সিরিজটি রায়ট গেমস দক্ষিণ এশিয়া সমর্থিত একটি উদ্যোগ, যা বাংলাদেশের ভেতরে অপেশাদার গেমারদের প্রতিভা বজায় রাখতে এবং বৃদ্ধি করতে সহায়তা করবে। এর সুবিধার্থে পাওয়ার আপ সিরিজটিতে প্রতি মাসে 2টি প্রাইজ পুল সহ 2টি টুর্নামেন্ট থাকবে। প্রতিটি মাস শুরু হবে একটি বাছাই পর্বের সাথে, যেখানে সবগুলি দল সিঙ্গল এলিমিনেশন ফরম্যাটে প্রতিযোগিতা করবে শীর্ষ 8টি দল পর্যন্ত এবং এই 8টি দল অ্যামেচার কাপে উত্তীর্ণ হবে। এই 8টি দল ডাবল এলিমিনেশনে লড়াই করবে এবং বিজয়ী শীর্ষস্থানীয় 3টি দল আমন্ত্রিত হবে ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে প্রতিযোগিতা করবে শীর্ষস্থানীয় 3টি দল এবং আমন্ত্রিত 3টি দল। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপের সময় অপেশাদার কাপ এবং ইনভিটেশনাল কাপের শীর্ষ দুটি দল উচ্চ ব্র্যাকেটে খেলবে এবং তৃতীয় স্থানের দলগুলি একই পর্বের নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটে খেলবে। প্রথম রাউন্ডের প্রতিটি ম্যাচ হবে সিঙ্গল এলিমিনেশন ফরম্যাটে। উচ্চ ব্র্যাকেটের দুটি বিজয়ী দল তারপর ডাবল এলিমিনেশন পর্যায়ে এগিয়ে যাবে। ডাবল এলিমিনেশন পর্বে হেরে যাওয়া দলটি তখন নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটের দলের বিপক্ষে প্রতিদ্বন্দ্বিতা করবে। এই পর্যায়ে নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটের যে দলটি হারবে তাদেরকে তৃতীয় স্থান হিসেবে শিরোনাম দেওয়া। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে অংশ নেওয়া সমস্ত 6টি দল পরের মাসের অপেশাদার কাপে আবার প্রতিযোগিতা করে বেরিয়ে আসতে হবে, যার উদ্দেশ্য নতুন এবং উন্নত দলগুলিকে অপেশাদার কাপে প্রতিযোগিতার সুযোগ দেওয়া। এর দ্বারা ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে আরও অভিজ্ঞ দলের সাথে তাদের দক্ষতা পরীক্ষার চক্রটি পুনরাবৃত্তি করা হচ্ছে। আমরা অর্থাৎ ESPL কিভাবে বাংলাদেশের দলগুলি পাওয়ার আপ সিরিজে পারফর্ম করে তা দেখার অপেক্ষায় রয়েছি। আপনার স্কোয়াড প্রস্তুত করুন এবং সিরিজটি শুরু হওয়ার জন্য প্রস্তুত থাকুন। গুড লাক এজেন্টস।
Every young gamer wants to become an esports professional. We make it happen. You just keep on winning.
স্বাগতম। বাংলাদেশের জন্য ESPL Valorant PowerUp সিরিজ ফরম্যাটে আপনাকে জানাই স্বাগতম। এই সিরিজটি রায়ট গেমস দক্ষিণ এশিয়া সমর্থিত একটি উদ্যোগ, যা বাংলাদেশের ভেতরে অপেশাদার গেমারদের প্রতিভা বজায় রাখতে এবং বৃদ্ধি করতে সহায়তা করবে। এর সুবিধার্থে পাওয়ার আপ সিরিজটিতে প্রতি মাসে 2টি প্রাইজ পুল সহ 2টি টুর্নামেন্ট থাকবে। প্রতিটি মাস শুরু হবে একটি বাছাই পর্বের সাথে, যেখানে সবগুলি দল সিঙ্গল এলিমিনেশন ফরম্যাটে প্রতিযোগিতা করবে শীর্ষ 8টি দল পর্যন্ত এবং এই 8টি দল অ্যামেচার কাপে উত্তীর্ণ হবে। এই 8টি দল ডাবল এলিমিনেশনে লড়াই করবে এবং বিজয়ী শীর্ষস্থানীয় 3টি দল আমন্ত্রিত হবে ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে প্রতিযোগিতা করবে শীর্ষস্থানীয় 3টি দল এবং আমন্ত্রিত 3টি দল। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপের সময় অপেশাদার কাপ এবং ইনভিটেশনাল কাপের শীর্ষ 2টি দল উচ্চ ব্র্যাকেটে খেলবে এবং তৃতীয় স্থানের দলগুলি একই পর্বের নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটে খেলবে। প্রথম রাউন্ডের প্রতিটি ম্যাচ হবে সিঙ্গল এলিমিনেশন ফরম্যাটে। উচ্চ ব্র্যাকেটের 2টি বিজয়ী দল তারপর ডাবল এলিমিনেশন পর্যায়ে এগিয়ে যাবে। ডাবল এলিমিনেশন পর্বে হেরে যাওয়া দলটি তখন নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটের দলের বিপক্ষে প্রতিদ্বন্দ্বিতা করবে। এই পর্যায়ে নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটের যে দলটি হারবে তাদেরকে তৃতীয় স্থান হিসেবে শিরোনাম দেওয়া। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে অংশ নেওয়া সমস্ত 6টি দল পরের মাসের অপেশাদার কাপে আবার প্রতিযোগিতা করে বেরিয়ে আসতে হবে, যার উদ্দেশ্য নতুন এবং উন্নত দলগুলিকে অপেশাদার কাপে প্রতিযোগিতার সুযোগ দেওয়া। এর দ্বারা ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে আরও অভিজ্ঞ দলের সাথে তাদের দক্ষতা পরীক্ষার চক্রটি পুনরাবৃত্তি করা হচ্ছে। আমরা অর্থাৎ ইএসপিএল কিভাবে বাংলাদেশের দলগুলি পাওয়ার আপ সিরিজে পারফর্ম করে তা দেখার অপেক্ষায় রয়েছি। আপনার স্কোয়াড প্রস্তুত করুন এবং সিরিজটি শুরু হওয়ার জন্য প্রস্তুত থাকুন। গুড লাক এজেন্টস।
Every young gamer wants to become an esports professional. We make it happen. You just keep on winning.
স্বাগতম। বাংলাদেশের জন্য ESPL Valorant PowerUp সিরিজ ফরম্যাটে আপনাকে জানাই স্বাগতম। এই সিরিজটি রায়ট গেমস দক্ষিণ এশিয়া সমর্থিত একটি উদ্যোগ, যা বাংলাদেশের ভেতরে অপেশাদার গেমারদের প্রতিভা বজায় রাখতে এবং বৃদ্ধি করতে সহায়তা করবে। এর সুবিধার্থে পাওয়ার আপ সিরিজটিতে প্রতি মাসে 2টি প্রাইজ পুল সহ 2টি টুর্নামেন্ট থাকবে। প্রতিটি মাস শুরু হবে একটি বাছাই পর্বের সাথে, যেখানে সবগুলি দল সিঙ্গল এলিমিনেশন ফরম্যাটে প্রতিযোগিতা করবে শীর্ষ 8টি দল পর্যন্ত এবং এই 8টি দল অ্যামেচার কাপে উত্তীর্ণ হবে। এই 8টি দল ডাবল এলিমিনেশনে লড়াই করবে এবং বিজয়ী শীর্ষস্থানীয় 3টি দল আমন্ত্রিত হবে ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে প্রতিযোগিতা করবে শীর্ষস্থানীয় 3টি দল এবং আমন্ত্রিত 3টি দল। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপের সময় অপেশাদার কাপ এবং ইনভিটেশনাল কাপের শীর্ষ 2টি দল উচ্চ ব্র্যাকেটে খেলবে এবং তৃতীয় স্থানের দলগুলি একই পর্বের নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটে খেলবে। প্রথম রাউন্ডের প্রতিটি ম্যাচ হবে সিঙ্গল এলিমিনেশন ফরম্যাটে। উচ্চ ব্র্যাকেটের 2টি বিজয়ী দল তারপর ডাবল এলিমিনেশন পর্যায়ে এগিয়ে যাবে। ডাবল এলিমিনেশন পর্বে হেরে যাওয়া দলটি তখন নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটের দলের বিপক্ষে প্রতিদ্বন্দ্বিতা করবে। এই পর্যায়ে নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটের যে দলটি হারবে তাদেরকে তৃতীয় স্থান হিসেবে শিরোনাম দেওয়া। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে অংশ নেওয়া সমস্ত 6টি দল পরের মাসের অপেশাদার কাপে আবার প্রতিযোগিতা করে বেরিয়ে আসতে হবে, যার উদ্দেশ্য নতুন এবং উন্নত দলগুলিকে অপেশাদার কাপে প্রতিযোগিতার সুযোগ দেওয়া। এর দ্বারা ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে আরও অভিজ্ঞ দলের সাথে তাদের দক্ষতা পরীক্ষার চক্রটি পুনরাবৃত্তি করা হচ্ছে। আমরা
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the ESPL Valorant PowerUp Series 6 Invitationals Upper Brackets Match 1 between Exceeli Esports and 7R Esports in this best of 3 series. We're already done with the first map. In case you weren't with us, the scoreline was 7-13 with Exceeli taking the W. And we're moving into the second map of Haven, which is the pick of 7R. So obviously we are expecting them to come to be in this map with a comeback and hopefully go to the third map. But I'm Kirito, by the way. Alongside me is Faxer, and we're going to be casting this matchup for you, relaying all these informations with our voices to your ears. As we see, the agent selections are going to come in. Haven being the infamous three-sided map. Expect to see less dependency on the duelist from both sides, but obviously Exili are gonna prove me wrong with a double duelist pick up from Execuracy and Fancy Nine, both of them going for the Jet and Rainer respectively. Shrewsbury surprisingly not going for this Jet and sticking to a Sova. I think they are trying to change up some of his roles in the matchup, roles in this comp team, trying to change him from a duelist to a sentinel. Obviously, he's a good duelist on his own, but that is the team, how they want to work with it. Hate Crew going with the traditional Astra. He is obviously really good with it. Duke as well. Want to go for the Sage. And I have to say, this is a little bit of a basic lineup coming out from Exceeli. Obviously, there is the Astra. But we do see the common old
Choose
traditional
your
lineup:
agent.
one controller, one initiator, one sentinel, and a couple of duelists from both sides. So from the side of Exceeli. So we do see, despite being the agent a bit different, the lineup overall is kind of the same. From the side of 7R, we see Faisal going for the Phoenix and Yuri with the Jet. Again, the same lineup coming in. And actually, I think it is almost identical, except for we're seeing Killjoy for the place of Sage from coming out from the side of Deadly. So Velcro playing the Astra, a lot of value, a lot of importance, and a lot of pressure on him to play on the same level as Hate Crew. Obviously, he is one of the better Astras in this scenario, and to be able to uh, be on the same play field as him, same level field as him, is going to be a tall task for him. But obviously, they are on the defending side, and obviously, defense is a little bit tough on this map, considering there's 3 maps and the attackers can just rotate. But let's see what 7R are able to pull off. They need to get as many rounds as they can to go into the attacking half with the advantage.
As I was saying, Fancy 9 did pick up that Reina. He definitely likes to, go aggressive with those duelist pick of his. Exploratory though with the Jet is the surprise pick coming in for me. On the other side, we do see Shrewsbury picking up that Sova, so I think there's been a change in that. See, that's what makes a team from good to great. The versatility coming in from the players of Exceeli Esports onto the agent pool is just what makes them the better team on the game. See, in the last map we did see Shrewsbury playing that Jet, and now switch to that Sova. And personally, I play Sova a lot, and I know how hard it is to learn Sova. On the other side, switching from one agent to another one in between maps is just a great deal of work for any player. On the other side, we also see Fancy Dan going from that Killjoy to a Reina. Killjoy being a passive playstyle agent, and Reina being a super aggressive agent. It's gonna be hard for him to capitalize on that as well. You'll see a technical pause coming in from 7R Esports. Faisal facing some technical issues. Now coming on the side of 7R, Faisal with that Phoenix, I have never seen him play Phoenix before, so I'm very excited to see that how that plays out. Velcro going for that Astra. You are right, Kirito. He is under a lot of pressure. He did kind of underperform in the last match. He didn't really play well with that Viper as we expected him to. And the Fire going for that Sova, switching from that Sky. Do need a Sova in this map of Haven, where there are so many angles and there are so many sidelines. You need the early info when you're in defense, and you need the info when you're executing sites. We do see the pulse timer being turned off, and we move onto the first round. The buys are going to come in. Hakon Duke going for that Hatfield. It is kind of irrelevant. Now everyone likes to go for that ghost, but Hakon Duke going for the Hatfield is going to be very interesting. See Duke coming up onto grass to get some info onto Garage. It's not enough to spot anyone on Faisal though. Spam coming in is going to give some info to Messi of his position. Is going to get tagged down to 86 HP. Actually playing it very slow, but the direction seems to be going towards B. Faisal waiting for them. Is going to connect the shot on Hugo, but he's going to be pulled. That Ezra play from A2 is just so
Still alive though.
There's a reason that we call him the best athlete in this country. That reason we just saw.
Spike planted.
As soon as getting the plan down, he's gonna dash out of sight, but he's gonna get Duke is gonna get taken down. And Basil turning it into a 5v4 situation in favor of 7R. Exceeli trying to play that post plan.
Okay.
He's gonna get taken out by Yuri, Fancy 9. Shrewsbury getting the fade onto Faisal. And the pulls are gonna come in, the Hunters are gonna come in, Hunters are gonna come
Last player
in. Faisal
standing.
coming in, Exploit with 2 for himself, making it into
Go
a
to
1v2
attack concealment.
situation. Velcro left, Exceeli going onto the smoke is gonna take him down and get the first round on the board for Exceeli Esports. That's a nice strategy coming in from them. Creato, it's almost like that TSM strategy where they, go in with that jet and then gets the plan down, dashes out, plays that post plan with so much utilities at their hand.
And this is something that I think Exceeli are sort of experimenting on, because they usually don't do this. They usually play really slowly and passively, even in the B sites. It usually isn't this quick of an execution, but I think especially in like this B side in Haven and maps like Split, they are trying to experiment with these new fast bomb plant and exit strategies. But this time they're going to be shifting their focus to this A side, as well as we see the drone coming down from the side of Shoesbreak. He'll be droning out this entire A short, actually pushing as well. He'll stay undetected though. Velcro, he's gonna walk out, and look at this push coming in. I think Exceeli somehow are able to predict it. Hit with a double frag onto Deadly and
One
Faisal.
enemy remaining.
Fancy with a follow-up. Execution getting one of his own onto Yuri, and so 1v5 in a matter of seconds. Hate crew with the triple kill, gonna finish it off. It was a good attempt coming out from the side of 7R, and that is a strategy that a lot of teams do, is actually rush through mid in these eco rounds. But I think that mid is actually a really vulnerable position, considering that those are kind of open from both sides, and if you have that early information from the attackers, you can actually hold for those certain angles. So, but on the other side, the disadvantage of coming out from A and C is that obviously you can't quick rotate in case you need to go through A main or C main. So obviously there is a lot of issue from both sides. We're gonna see the next round kicking off with this 2-0 scoreline.
They were not trying to do something in that Nico round, but Exceeli with their prediction did get the flawless round, and they have the confidence right now. Although the buys are coming out from 7R Esports this round, Exceeli looking for that bonus round of theirs, sticking with those specters from the last round, and even a ghost coming in from Exceeli. Shoesfix though picking up that Vandal. He did not buy in the last round. Fancy 9 does spot out Faisal onto a lane and do some little bit of damage to him. The Molly's gonna go out, denying any entry onto B, but Exceeli are now moving towards this garage position. Exceeli is gonna pop that ult off. The drone is gonna come out from the fire, and this is so much information for 7R. But Exceeli does not allow this, and they're gonna have to fall back onto mid. Once again, going for that deep push of theirs. The smokes are gonna come in from Page 2, as the dart is gonna come out as well. Yuri taking the first frag onto Exceeli, Velcro with the second one onto
30
Fancy.
seconds left.
But Duke still getting the plan down. Deadly is gonna take him down though. The wall is already broken. Only Astra, only Shoesbreak, and H2 left on the side of Exceeli. H2 the first one on the jet.
Last player standing.
Shoesbreak with the second one onto Deadly. And fire trading Shoesbreak's out. It's a 1v situation for Hate to flush out right now. Hate to just trying to rush in that wall. He's gonna get taken down by the fire as 7R Esports do get their first round on the board.
Well, another round coming in favor for the side of 7R, their first round in this matchup actually, and obviously that was a really important round coming out of them to actually have some momentum to start off. Maybe their comeback, maybe they're starting on the winning spree. Their economy will have some more room to breathe this time. But it's still not on the same side as Exceeli. Exceeli still have enough to go for another buy. Yuri, I think he's gonna have to play the Blade Storm. He is one Ultra Orb away. I think they're all gonna try and help him recover this Ultra Orb in C-Long. We're gonna see Zephyr already aware of this push towards C-Long, and we can see a lot of utility being thrown at him. He is quite isolated as he's only 47 HP. He has support from his fellow Astra Velcro though. We do see a hate crew lurking outside this garage position. Faisal is slowly closing in on him. I'm not sure if he is aware that he's actually inside, that he needs to clear this angle. But hate crew is gonna walk into his crosshair, landing a headshot. Faisal gets the opening frag of this matchup. Fancy with a trade onto Zephyr, who was fighting for his life, trying to escape out of that little corner. As utility being used by Velcro, who's gonna actually fall back and try and play the postman with his teammate. 4v4 scenario, wall broken by Yuri in garage. We're gonna see the bomb plan go down from the side of Duke. Yuri pulling out the Blade Storm. He already has a rifle, but he's gonna try and play this Blade Storm. His Blade Storm has been revealed as a utility being used, and the dash coming in. He's gonna right click in the face of Fancy, right in his face. And Velcro with a follow up on the Duke. Execuracy getting a trade on Faisal, but he's gonna get a refrag by Yuri. As utilities to try and slow down this post ban. We're gonna see Shoestreak trying to play by spamming through that smoke. We're gonna see sending shock darts in, getting a tag actually. He might just take down Yuri, but no, Diffuse will be stuck in a 1v2 scenario. Shoestreak still alive, maybe some exit frags. He will go for a peek but won't find any. And we're gonna see an equalizing round coming out from the side of 7R as they take a 2-2 score line. Economy has recovered a little bit. Exceeli still have enough money to go for another full buy, but this is a bit of a force because look at their credits. We see a couple of players having 0 credits. Fancy 9 only on 100. Execuracy might just go for a rifle himself. He will be. That will cost him quite a lot as well. So Exceeli are on the brink of bankruptcy. Important round for 7R.
Yeah, I actually don't need this round for the early round leads that they wish to get on every matches. Except with the dart getting some info on but the drone is gonna come out from Shoestreak, tagging the fire out, taking a callback. Velcro with the spam is gonna damage and take down Fancy 9, executing the hit onto Velcro.
You will not kill my allies.
Okay, Execuracy. Execuracy.
This is so
Okay,
big, but Yuri's gonna read it. Faisal with one for himself.
Spike
PV
planted.
in favor of 7R Esports right now. As the one
look at this play.
getting over the wall, super aggressive, taking down Hugh. Jake Crew with one for himself, but Faisal finishes it up for his team as they get now round number 3. 7R Esports playing it so smart. You know, getting those first 2 frags onto the duelists of Exceeli Esports, and then waiting for that retake, waiting for his teammates, and you know, Explosive tried to do something with that Astra wall, but Yuri did read it out and took him down, making it a 2v3, and in the end, Faisal just cleaning it up for his team, taking the round for themselves, and it's a 3-2 scoreline in favor of 7R Esports right now.
7R finally taking the lead, but I hope they don't get too cocky. Yuri going for an operator by UC Exceeli, somehow still managing to go for rifles and still somehow maintaining their economy, but not for long because Fancy 9 is going to get taken out by Yuri's operator, finally squeezing some value out of that so expensive gun. He's going to be rotating to A, leaving FaZe alone in this B side though because presence has been noticed, and look at all that Astra utility and Killjoy utility grouped up in that A entrance area. It's safe to say A is going to be really difficult to take for the side of Exceeli. They are slowly rotating away. We see the bomb is near that C site. Duke will be joining Hate Crew to possibly enter into that C, and oh no, Zephyr, he's moving away from the C side. The post-plant scenario is still there, but if he doesn't get information that the plant is in C, his team might not be able to rally properly. He will be returning to Garage though, just to check because the Garage was feeling a little bit empty, it was feeling a little bit absent. Possibly they could have rotated through there, but we will be seeing Velcro joining his teammate to actually hold this seaside area together. We'll see Exceeli again, 40 seconds left on the clock, slowly rotating towards this A side. They're gonna have to cross still a little bit of Killjoy utility left in that area, alongside an Astra Star as well, sorry. We're gonna see Hate Crew in Astral Form prepared to put those smokes in. Fury holding an operator and he's gonna miss the shot. He's still alive somehow, but a dash coming in. He's gonna miss the shot as well. Trying to connect, getting with the frag on Shoestreak. Execuracy with a frag onto Yuri. Duke will get another trade. Hate Crew is gonna pop out with a headshot on the Faisal. Immediately is the 2v2 scenario. We're gonna see the Soul coming next year, denying the plant. This could be huge. Hate Crew has to go for the plant though. He's standing outside the side, outside default. There was only 12 seconds left, but okay. The plant will go down close plant scenario as Execuracy is in this hell position. His position is revealed. We're gonna see some utility being used to actually slow down this push. Shock guards are gonna come in from Zephyr. 3v2 scenario as the Astro ultimate is gonna come in from the side of Velcro. They have to play this post plant pass. They're both pushing in. Trade coming in. A2 is gonna get a 1 on Velcro. Zephyr with the trade, but Execuracy peeking from the off angle will get the equalization. As a 3-3 scoreline is gonna pop up in our screens on the scoreboard right now. 7R, they still have some money to go for another buy, but Exceeli, they somehow managed to dig their economy out of the grave and bring it back with a Sage Revive. Because they are still somehow, despite having to actually force buy for the past 2 rounds, they can still somehow go for those rifles again. But Fancy 9, he will be requiring a buy since he is on 0 credits. As we see, 3-3 is the scoreline. We're moving into the next round.
sides of the turn. 7 are now opting for force buy on the other side. Actually looking for the on the money upside. Going for that full buy. Fancy 9 with the first
Still
one on.
inside.
Basil is gonna take him down. B side is all but empty right now, but they do not commit towards it. Fancy 9 only creating some mayhem onto it. Velcroing that trade onto Expressi in sewers, making it a 4 right now. Steve Yuri with that stinger is gonna get tagged down to 11 HP. Fancy and his men are looking to go towards this B side, where the fire is waiting for them, only with a Vandal, but he's gonna get taken down by Fancy anyways. Hate with one onto Yuri. Oh, this breeze coming in from the east.
Oh,
That's where the
spike planted.
experience comes in, you know. And Deadly in the trade onto Fancy 9. Still, it's a 3v2 situation in favor of Exceeli Esports. Hate with that lurk coming in from C-Link is so smart. He knows the information, the last 2 remaining players, and he will lurk coming from that ceiling. 7R Esports trying to get a pick, trying to get some info onto anyone. I think the wise decision for them now should be to save, but they're still moving on this side.
Hate
The Velcro
Crew.
will be get taken down. Hate with the alert, cleaning it up for his team, taking down the Deadly, making it a 4-3 scoreline in favor of Exceeli Esports. Now the money comes in for Exceeli Esports. On the other side, 7R has to go for this
BYB
save
fam.
and
Going
you know,
to
play
Astro
for
to
that
do them
next round
Astro
probably.
Guardian things I do.
Maybe they have something up their sleeve in this round as well. We do see them getting a bit creative with those save rounds coming in from them. If we do
As
see
I
a C stack coming in from them, C-Long is actually expecting this though, okay, though.
Obscuring.
Exceeli, obviously, they have good business in mind. Shoespick, he's gonna drone in and see an army of players. The recon there to follow up. They know he's here. He will get one frag traded up by Faisal though, but now his whole team is aware of this positioning. The 3 of them are in this, coming to the C main. Duke's gonna wall it off in a desperation move to try and stay alive from this stampede coming towards him exclusively with a frag onto Yuri. The only player who was not in that push. You do see now it is a 4v3 scenario. 3 ultimates still available for Sunset from the side of Exceeli, as FaZe is gonna pick up one ultimate orb to make his ultimate pop up in the screen. He does have the turret back. He's gonna be waiting patiently for the wall to break. As we see Hate Crew actually going for the plan all the way in A side. We see Fancy jumping Zephyr, trying to land a shot, but not gonna connect a single one. We will see the frag going in his favor. 2v4 scenario. The kill shot ultimate available if they're willing to use it, but Execution will get a frag on Faisal. He knows the Deadly is there as well. He's gonna dash in but miss the shot. Hate Crew's gonna secure that round in the end. We're gonna see a 5-3 scoreline, and still somehow 7R aren't able to. I mean, they have they have gotten some money, but despite having such a strong push, the only agent who could actually get information from the song, that being Shoespick with the drone, actually from being safe and not having to actually risk his life while going for the peak, he was the only one who was in that C-long position to give the information to his teammates. Said, okay guys, there's a big push coming towards C from the C side, so let's get ready for it. And he himself was actually able to recover quite a bit, although in the end he did lose his life, but we still see the run going in favor of Exceeli again. Maybe as possible, B-push coming. Oh, that was such a close shot coming out of the Fury, the operator by barely missing onto Shoespick. Sorry, I think it was onto Execution, my bad. But now the position shifting from B main to garage as they're pushing into that little pocket of garage. Faisal trying to resist, trying to stop them from entering, but Duke with the frag onto him. Execution running into the C side, taking a bit of the shock dart, taking some of the hits. Yuri will get an operator shot on Fancy, but Hate Crew is gonna get a trade, entering into the C side. Oh, Shoespick get a frag onto Yuri. Yuri's not connecting to the operator. He's gonna get one, trying to spray transfer off Deadly onto Velcro, but Velcro's gonna get the better of him in a 1v3 scenario. 2 ultimates available on Execution and Hate Crew. We're gonna see the sprays coming in, most of them missing the shots. Execution all the way from backside will be connecting the headshot. 3-6 scoreline, and Exceeli are just running away with it right now, extending their lead till I mean, what else can I say? We do see them draining the economy and morale from the side of 7R, so there's still so much room for improvement for that side to actually come back in this matchup.
Exactly, Yuri needs to stop going for that operator pickup as he's not connecting any shot whatsoever. He's just better off with a rifle for now. We do see another save coming in from 7R Esports. Their economic experience is not looking good. It should be a 7-3 scoreline after the pause timer has been lifted, we do as we see a technical pause is coming out from Exceeli Esports.
No.
I don't think so. It has been turned off. But we move on to the 10th round of this tie. We do see a force coming out from 7R, but I don't think that's the best option for them right now. They should save and play for that 7-5 scoreline. Basil just jiggling onto B main. It's gonna get tagged down to 4 HP. The aggression coming in from Exceeli Esports right now is just not something 7R is being able to handle. Yuri with those lives going super aggressive onto A long is gonna make all of the Exceeli players right about now. Will they be able to clear this angle? The drone is gonna come out from Kusti. But he can't drag anyways onto Fancy 9. Fancy 9 is gonna be so angry right now. Although it's a very for situation, the gunpowder favors Exceeli Esports right now. Zephyr holding this aggressive angle on Source is gonna have all the info of the rotations coming in from Exceeli Esports as Exceeli is trying to get a pick onto B main. He is trying to lurk up over
think
onto
he just
Faisal,
heard
putting it
Faisal.
down. Yeah, exactly.
he heard
he heard the
Faisal.
reload. He might be looking for that kill. On the other side, we could see a push coming in from Exceeli Esports onto C Long, H-Ru, Duke, and Shoot Streaks readying up all of their utilities. I think the ult
30
is going to come
seconds
out from
left. You
H-Ru
want
as
to find
well.
it.
The ult does come out. Deadly now in a very awkward situation. He's all alone in the side. The backup does come in from Velcro though, but he's going to get spotted out and he's going to be pulled. This Astro Blaze coming in from H-Ru, man. Oh. Vulnerable for 7R. He's
10
scared, but
seconds
does,
left.
does the plan go down though? H-Ru now in a very tough
enemy
situation.
remaining.
Just take down
Last
one,
player
only in this
standing.
one situation. Only 3 seconds left, and Exceeli does touch it out for his team. What was that round? Faisal coming in from Exceeli Esports.
That
Down
went
to
down
3
to the
seconds.
wire. That went so close, and that would have been so huge for 7R as well. Them losing 5 rounds in a row, they need to find something to break the momentum to actually pull them out of this losing streak, and that could have been it. But right now we're gonna say 70 score, and it's safe to say that this half has gone in favor of Exceeli. They are still a couple of rounds away from finishing it, but we are seeing another save coming down from the side of 7R, and they're again pushing towards B main. This time, no one's actually holding towards this B main. Look at the map right now. It seems like some kind of a Dota map because they're all holding in these 3 angles. But we're gonna see the side splitting off a couple of players from 7R. It is Yuri and Deadly to be specific, going to this A main. We do see Duke. Yeah, the timing, but the noise. Noise is there, but from behind we're gonna see Faisal. Zero getting the frag onto Duke though, despite having the weapons disadvantage. We're gonna see Fancy 9 fighting for his life against a bunch of classics. It's interesting to see Yuri does have a handle. He's gonna get a frag on Exceeli before Exceeli though, getting a frag onto Deadly. But this army of flank coming in from behind. Faisal's gonna get the rifle and land a one tap onto Fancy 9. He's trying to get a little bit sassy with the peek there, but he's gonna flash himself. But things are gonna
Last
slow down
player
in the postman
standing.
scenario. Yuri gets a frag onto Hate Crew. 1v4 scenario, Shrewsbury still lurking behind this wall. He does reveal himself and they know exactly where he is. Yuri, I don't know what he's doing there. They're sticking the defuse. Shrewsbury still alive. Okay. What the?
No way.
What? What?
Last round
No.
before the
What have you
switch.
done?
No. It was a
Faisal.
1v4. No, it was a 1v3, I
No,
think.
it wasn't 1v4.
It was 1v4?
Yeah, exactly. Faisal killed his own teammate with his molly. What is happening?
Oh, he
here?
did? What is going on? I need to watch that. I need to
We
watch
need to
that
watch the
again.
replay on this.
Oh,
Feel free.
definitely.
What a clutch coming out from him. It was a 1v4. Oh, luck did favor him a little bit, coming in the form of Faisal.
Get out of my way.
But in the end, it was him that got the frags and clutched it out for his team. This is going into the highlight reel. We do see a stack coming in from Yuri
Here.
and Velcro onto the receiver position. They're both gonna get thrown down. The ult is gonna come in from two streaks onto the jet, but it's not running out a jet with a Sova.
down
It's
A.
really going
Lock
mad
the site.
aggressive right here, and he's gonna get punished for it. It did have the
No charges
spike
left.
that was really bad coming in from him, not gonna lie.
Oh, the
You
timing.
the follow-up of the Yuri is gonna take damage on the heaven. Throw with the fade onto
Oh, okay, okay,
Stand.
okay.
He's gonna take down two streaks, but the round is gonna go in favor of 7R Esports. What is happening in this match? I don't get
Switching
it.
sides.
I don't.
Tier 1
I-
teams
I
shouldn't be
just-
playing like this.
I don't know, and there's just so much going on, and it's hard to keep up. Um, I'm already apologizing, ladies and gentlemen, if I mess up. Please forgive me, because I have not seen a match like this in a while. People dying to their own teammates, mollies, and somehow these players from Exceeli pulling out these clutches where I had written these guys off in these scenarios that okay, this round is going to their enemies, but they are gonna pull it out from the grave and they're gonna bring it back, allow that point to go in their favor. So we see an 8-4 scoreline as a side switch. 7R now in the attacking half. They have a bit of an advantage because they still have Yuri and Faisal still having the tagging potential out of them. We do have the Zephyr with that information agent, but that's not gonna help. Faisal, what are you doing? Just running in. I think he didn't expect you to have an angle there. Fancy with a follow-up onto Deadly. Okay, traded by Velcro. It's a 4v3 scenario. The C side has opened up. There's nobody there, but Velcro is with the bomb and he's not going into the side. Slowly, the rotations are gonna come in and the side is gonna be completely surrounded. In the end, he will be giving up the garage position, going into the side. Only after the recon from his teammate Safer though. We're gonna see Duke with another back. Oh no, the bomb plant denied from the Astra utility. Coming in, Exceeli on the flank,
One
missing a bunch of his
enemy
shots. He's
remaining.
gonna dash away. His streak takes care. Is taken care of by Velcro, but Duke and Hate2 with trades of their own. First pistol round going in favor of Exceeli, just like the one in the first half. But actually, no, I think that first one was taken by 7R. No, actually, it was taken by Exceeli. I'm just going crazy right now. And we will be seeing the economic advantage available for Exceeli as they're going to go for those sheriffs. Duke and Fancy, just slow your horses. They're going to go for Vandals on the second round. And obviously, big gun difference coming out of them as 7R are all going to go for hard save. Velcro with the only non-classic weapon with a frenzy, but only one of them have armor, which is Yuri. So obviously, advantage is edging towards the side of Exceeli, and we're off to this round, starting off real quick. And we're gonna see 7R to try and go for a quick plan like Exceeli into this B side. But look at this utility coming down from the Astra. This might actually be quite a bit of a problem. The flash is gonna come in. We're gonna see the utilities being used. You can see Execution spamming through the smoke. There's Hate Crew with the first frag onto Faisal with the Spectre. Yuri with the trade. Shushruk with one more.
Spike down
4v3
A.
scenario. As the bomb plan is yet to go down. Fancy with the frag
remaining.
onto Velcro. Zephyr is gonna take care of Shushruk, so what Zephyr might say. But he has to clutch this out as we see another frag going down in favor of Exceeli. 1v2 scenario, 55 HP. He's gonna have the recon in a few seconds alongside his drone. Duke, I think he's aware of this possible flank all over from CT. He's holding this angle with the Vandal, and he will have the more damage out of that weapon compared to the Spectre. So he will be winning that gunfight against a low HP Zephyr. We're gonna see a 4-10 scoreline coming down for Exceeli and establishing the lead by quite a bit of a margin. The economy
play
is
some
also
stars in this
in a
reality?
pretty better state. So yeah, 7R, this is slowly slipping out of their hands. Faxer, do you think there's anything they can do that can slowly change the tide of the game?
Well, only if they get this round. They desperately need this round, I'm not gonna lie. The economic situation is not looking good for them. It is their first buy round in this map. Velcro just pressuring onto this wall of Duke is gonna get broken down instantly as he pops off. Doritos are gonna
Block.
damage as well. Fancy going super aggressive onto Yuri is gonna take him down. 7R, you have to play those defaults properly. You cannot just go and grind like this because Exceeli will push you out. Next to us, he's holding this aggressive angle onto sewers. He's gonna peek out onto get fight.
Oh, the head.
Spot him out though, but Exceeli only playing for info, going back. He does the smart thing as they are at a man advantage right now.
You
The
need
other
to
side-
have you need to have a 4K monitor to be able to see Deadly's head right there.
Yeah, exactly, and I think he does. Probably because he just ran away with his knife on his hand. 7R Faisal on this B main might catch up.
Did he see?
Point.
Now he
Maybe-
did.
I think he did. I think
He
he did,
did.
but
Now he definitely did.
yeah,
so-
Exceeli. did as well. But it's just all visual gameplay right here. No gunfights being taken place. All of them just jiggling with their knives, playing for that
30
information.
seconds left.
And it does get the information onto A long, and the rotation is coming in from Exceeli right now. As
Concealment!
7R
Obscuring
Esports
vision!
trying to execute this side of A. Fancy though, there's no one on sewers for him to contest. He's all alone.
Oh no, the
Spike
spike.
down.
Elko with the trade.
One enemy remaining.
Speed it up. 7R Esports, what are you doing?
Covering
This is not how you execute A. You need to go into sewers, create some presence, or the rotations are gonna come in. You will not be able to even get the plan down for to play the post plan. And we do see 7R going for that force buy, and I think it's pretty much over for them at this point, Kirito.
Well, definitely 7 are having some questionable plays, and in this state of the tournament, I don't really know um, how they have reached such a state, but they still need to win those gunfights. Obviously, we do see that every single one of their players have a value utility wise and gunfight wise. They need to take these 1v1s with a man advantage, at least for the trades. They need to go for these peaks with the utilities. So there's a lot of lack of coordination, a lot of lack of utility usage and chemistry from the side of 7R, which they definitely need to fix later on in this tournament. Obviously, if they lose it, they are going to the lower brackets. We're gonna see Faisal detected. Fancy somehow winning a gunfight and dismissing out of there. He's gonna be in the volley.
Spike down
He
A.
will be taken
One
out,
enemy
but
remaining.
okay. We're gonna see a lot of trades coming in, most of them in favor of Exceeli, and man advantage will give them the frags.
Match
Okay,
point.
I was actually focused on whether Fancy would survive or not. And as he died, we saw the side switch, the scene switch, and the kill feed just lit up with the names of the players of Exceeli. So yeah, there's not much we could do while keeping up with that, but we'll see Exceeli on match point, and 7R, they are not in the best economy wise. We see Spectres in the hands of three of the players. I think Yuri has to go for the Spectre buy as well. He is one orb away from the Bladestorm. I think he's going to try and recover this C-Long orb. He has some of his teammates to cover with him. The Operator making itself known from the side of Duke, actually going for the Operator. He's trying to go for those quick scopes, spamming maybe, but won't connect any of the shots. We'll see the slow orb be recovered, but not actually from Yuri. It is coming out from the side of Faisal. Velcro with the first frag on the shoot swing, the only rifle in his team. Oh, Fancy spamming away, but not finding the frag though. We'll see a Swarm Nade coming in that position, actually slow him down. Yuri is playing a classic. I'm actually really confused that why. I mean, he's playing with a classic. I don't know what is happening here. Fancy with the frag on the Faisal, traded up by Velcro. Execuracy with the follow up onto Z for a 3v3 scenario. They have that Astra
You are divided.
ultimate. Finally, Yuri's gonna pick up a rifle. We see the Astra ultimate coming in this 8 side. Some utility being placed to actually deny the bomb plan. 8 crew just might push through this. The bomb plan is still yet to go down, but they will be going for it in the end. And they're going to be planting it in the default position. There's nothing to actually resist this bomb plant utility-wise coming from the side of Exceeli. We're going to see Yuri actually walking through the wall. Oh, okay, he thought, that is a big mistake. He thought Deadly was an enemy that'll give away his position. Also a dash. Now they know exactly where he is in this graffiti position. He will win the gunfight against Exceeli though. A good Astro utility coming in. They will get the frag, but hit dropping down, getting 2 frags.
No way.
Clutch.
Not again.
Doesn't know where the last one is.
Not again. Hey,
Not
Exceeli
again,
Esports.
indeed.
They are
Clutching
your
out.
two winners.
I don't-
What is happening?
Defenders
7R?
win.
At this point, Exceeli is just
As I
clutching out
myself
rounds
predicted.
and taking the map for themselves as they win out this best of 3 series tie against 7R Esports. Scoreboard is right now. We can see literal. We can see True Streak with 17 kills, Hate Crew and Exclusive following him up 16 and with 20 and 16 kills for themselves. Tansy a little bit slow, a little bit lower on the kill side. That Reina only 10 kills for him and Duke with 9 kills, but they're still gonna take the win for themselves. On the other side, 7R being able to win this tie out, going into map number 3, but we won't be seeing map number 3 as Exceeli has taken the first 2 maps and has taken the series for themselves.
Well, definitely Exceeli playing by quite a margin a lot better than the side of 7R. 7R lacking in a lot of spaces. Exceeli too sometimes making mistakes, going a bit over aggressive, overextending, and actually sometimes losing communication with the teammates. but I'm seeing them improvise and recover in those scenarios. They just like wake up and they're like, okay, I made a mistake. How do we actually recover from this? They still turn around the situations, and seven are some really silly mistakes, allowing Exceeli to actually clutch out some very valuable rounds where I thought that okay, seven are have this, which let's prepare for the next round. And especially that final round where it all mattered when Exili were on match point and Hate Crew just jumping down from heaven, getting two frags and getting the final 1v1 as well. It's stuff you don't want to see in certain scenarios. But regardless, we'll be seeing Exili win by a big margin, and they are advancing into the next rounds of the upper brackets in the invitationals of the ESPL Valorant PowerUp Series 6. 7R are still not out of this. They are going to go to the lower brackets and they still have a chance to redeem themselves. I definitely hope that they're going to watch this match back and try and, figure out what went wrong for them and, hopefully recover for the lower brackets and go even farther in the tournament.
There is no lower bracket.
Oh, there is no lower bracket?
Nope.
Apologies, ladies and gentlemen. There is no lower brackets. I've been corrected. 7R are officially out of this tournament then, and I guess Exili are advancing to the next round.
And that's it for tonight, guys. We will see you in the next one.